What are research studies and why are they done?
Research studies are done to answer an important question related to a person's health and well-being. A research study can consist of filling out a questionnaire, taking part in a group discussion and giving your thoughts, having a blood draw or giving a saliva sample, and even the more involved testing of medication, vaccines, and/or medical devices. Taking part in research helps you be a voice and a representation of your community in the research study. We are all part of a community, and each community is different in its own way. It is important for a research study to have everyone's participation. This makes the results apply to all.
How do you find out about a study?
Some of the ways in which you may see or hear about a study include your healthcare provider, a flyer, study team member present at a community event, online, or friends and family members. Once you find out about a study and are interested in hearing more, the study team can provide you with more information.
How does your participation in a research study start?
If you decide to take part in a research study, you will be given a consent form. Some of the information on the consent form includes information about the study and purpose, risks and benefits of the study, contact information for the study team. A copy of the signed consent form will be provided to you. It is important to know the activities of the study, such as how many study visits, how often the study visits happen, and how long you will be needed to fill your requirements. You can ask many questions to make sure you are comfortable and fully understand why you are taking part in the study. Remember, there are no stupid questions. If you have a question, feel empowered to ask it. That is your right. The study team will make sure that all of your questions are answered. Once all of your questions are answered, you will be asked to sign a consent form.
Why do you sign a consent form?
When you sign a consent form, it means you understand the study requirements, risks, and benefits. The study team has answered your questions, and you are willing to take part in the research study. Taking part in a research study is completely voluntary. Please keep in mind that just because you sign a consent form, that does not mean you can't change your mind. If you want to leave the study at any point, you can always end your participation. Your study participation will be private and confidential. The information collected for the study purposes is kept separate from your name and other personal information to protect your identity.
Why is it important to have diverse people in our communities take part in research studies?
Having less representation of our diverse communities and research studies can cause bigger gaps and poorer outcomes for good health in our communities affected by multiple diseases. Having a diverse research study will help professionals see if the question, medication, or test under the research study applies to your community. The medications that work for someone else may not work for you. By including diverse populations such as you, your friends, and family members, we can ensure all of our communities get the experience and benefits of new advances in medicine.
Why are our diverse communities sometimes unsure about taking part in research studies, and how is it currently addressed?
Unfortunately, the research was not as well regulated in the past as it is now. There were times when minority populations in our communities were taken advantage of in research studies, such as the Tuskegee syphilis study. Since then, a number of laws and regulations were set in place to safeguard the rights of everyone who takes part in research studies. This helps everyone take part without fear of discrimination and poor treatment. Every research study in the United States is reviewed through an institutional review board, or an IRB. An IRB has a lot of different individuals who are not part of the research study. The IRB does an honest review of the study, risks, and benefits. This helps ensure that the research studies do not cause harm to the populations that will take part. Though we cannot change the past, we can positively change the future. Your participation in a research study may help you or your family members and your community for years to come.